Keeping it real, keeping it real. Keeping it real, keeping it real. Keeping it real with Reverend Laura.
You know, oftentimes we think that joy is something that we have to bring into ourselves. And we spend way too much time thinking about ourselves. I think if we could get out of our own heads and stop thinking about ourselves so much, then I think we can open up things in a greater way in our lives. The Archbishop says that actually thinking about ourselves is what brings us suffering. And it seldom ever brings us a lot of joy. He says the more time you spend thinking about yourself, the more suffering you will experience. But the really cool thing is, when we shift our focus to somebody else, we alleviate our own suffering. When we shift our attention away from ourselves, of our smallness and our closed offness, and we begin to think about other people, we eliminate the suffering in our own lives. It's just not possible for two things to coexist within us at the same time. So, think about some of the people that you actually admire in your life. Just take a moment here and just bring to mind people that you admire in your life. Are these people that are closed off, only thinking about themselves? Or are these people who have a greater sense of connection with the rest of humanity? If I think about any of the people I've admired in my life, they are people who have devoted themselves to being of service to other people, to bringing about an end of violence or segregation or discrimination of any sort. I think about people like Mahatma Gandhi, Martin Luther King Jr. I think about Mother Teresa. I think about people that have worked tirelessly to alleviate suffering in other people. Do you suppose for a moment that they were self-centered and thinking only of themselves in that time? They had a broader perspective about it. They understood that it wasn't just about what was good for them, but what was good for everyone, creating that world that works for everyone.
Keeping it real with Reverend Laura.